Hello everyone, welcome to the Strategy Meeples YouTube channel. I'm Kapil and today I'm playing a game as Grinning Trickster right here. So Grinning Trickster stirs up trouble into England level 6. Need to pick a color, there we go. So Trickster is one of the spirits from the Jagged Earth expansions, and it's a really interesting spirit because it adds a level of randomness to your game, and we'll showcase that in this game today. So England level 6, we'll just select a random board. Okay, and we get board A, okay. England is an adversary that I've played a lot of games against. I have lost a lot too, so I have learned a lot on what are the traps to avoid and what your overall game plan should be in general. Trickster, I think I only have like 1 or 2 games with Trickster overall, so it'll be interesting to see how this spirit plays into England. Okay, so put 2 presents on your starting board, 1 in the highest numbered land with the Han and 1 in land number 4. So 1 in land number 4 and 1 in the highest land with the Han. Okay. Alright, so let's get into the game. Let's look at England real quick. So England is one of the adversaries from the base game of Spirit Island. The loss condition is if 7 or more towns or cities are ever in a single land, the invaders win. And basically England level 1, you'll be building a lot with the adjacency build. England level 2 is just a setup change. England level 3 introduces this high immigration spot over here. So cards will slide from the Ravage to that spot and we'll have an extra build every turn. England level 4 basically just keeps that out for the rest of the game. England level 5 is where things start to get really interesting, and towns and cities have +1 health with England level 5. And England level 6 basically adds a fear to the pool, so there's 5 fear total per player. Not per player, I think it's just for in a solo game it's 5 fear, and then during any invader phase when you resolve no fear cards, perform the build from high immigration twice. Okay, so Sands is the first explore. And let's see Trickster. So Trickster is, like I said, a spirit from the Jagged Earth expansion. If you look at the summary of powers, I think it's pretty interesting. Like everything is really high defense, and that's due to the strife adding abilities for Trickster. Really high offense, high control, high utility, and then kind of medium low fear. And this is really interesting because a lot of spirits are more focused towards one of these attributes, but for Trickster all of them seem really strong. And in the uses part, it says that Trickster uses Strife and Beasts. Okay. So let's look at this game. What do we want to do? So Sands are going to build. Okay. Now if I'm able to swipe or if I'm able to kill this explorer, I'll be able to avoid a build because it won't be next to 2 towns or cities. So I can dodge a build there, or I can let it build and defend it somehow, like strife it and let the Dahan trade. So that's also an option. I could also let's gain a minor power and then decide what to do. So turn 1 I'm going to G2 G3. So let's gain a minor. Gaining a power card is always useful. Like for most spirits, you want to draft a plan, get some more flexibility into how you want to approach that matchup. The elements that we are looking for really are moon and air. Air mostly because air helps us hit the right why don't you and them fight innate. That'll let us add a strife in the fast. Interesting cards here. So we have Purifying Flame. It's a blight removal. kind of, for mountains and sands, which is fine. Blight removal can be really strong into England because England mid-game will have so many buildings on the board that it's going to be hard to clear or defend those lands successfully. So even if you blight, cards that allow you to remove that blight can be really helpful. We did draft Confounding Mists, which is 1 cost defend, which can be really strong. We do have Shadows of the Burning Forest, which is a fear, 2 fear, and then a push. And then we have Terror's Turn to Madness, which is a 0 cost card. Terror level 1, it's 3 fear. Terror level 2, it's 2 fear, or add 1 strife. And terror level 3, it's add a strife. I think that is the most on element for us. Plus, both these cards have water, so if we hit something like Years of Little Rain, we can forget one of these cards to pay for that event. Question is, do we want to defend? I'm going to say let's go with this card over the defend, even though I really like the defend. I think the defend 1 can be really handy. I'm just going to go for this fear pick right here because it's 0 cost and it gives us the moon too. So I value that more. Okay, if anything, we can play over enthusiastic arson to solve this land. So we just need to figure out a way to hit our let's see what happens in that land. So we did our G3. I'm gonna G2 from the bottom track. Let's add this presence to land number. Actually, I'm gonna throw it in land number 3, and then I'm going to push a Dahan from. Let's see where we want our Dahan this game. Yeah, I'll put it in 3, and then I'll push a Dahan into 4. And let's strife this land so that we can deal with it next Ravage. And then let's see what happens here, I think. So then we play Impersonate Authority. And we technically don't need to play Terror Turns to Madness. What if I just play these 2 cards? That is not enough. I really want to hit the first level. I could play over enthusiastic arson. No, only inside the mob does it. So I wonder if terror turns to madness does it too. No. So what are we missing? We have the moon, we have the fire. Oh, we don't have a fire. Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, we could let's see what happens here next turn, and I could strife this guy so it doesn't cascade, and this will just give us fear. One invader with strife deals damage to other invaders. You know what? I'm just going to run this, which is our standard combo. So next turn, if we play these 3 cards, we should be able to hit both tiers. That's fine. Okay, let's gain energy, pay for it. Both these are slow. We do get our left innate, so I'm going to use that. Let's see what happens. And this is where the randomness from Trickster comes in. So we are going to discard a minor power, and it basically says it needs to be one that targets a land, and then we'll get to use its effect immediately with these arid conditions. Okay, so I'm targeting this land number 7, hoping for a push or something of that sort. Target land any. If target land has explorers, gather up to 1. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. If target land has explorers, gather up to 1. Do likewise for towns, Dahan, Blight, and Beast. Okay, doesn't do anything. Okay, that is fine. That is the only fast power we have. First event is skipped. Build in the sands. And explore is mountains. Okay. Oops. Okay. Still need an answer for land number 7, but I'm going to risk that. So I'm going to play Impersonate Authority, adding a strife. We'll add the strife onto land number 4 to that town. And then we'll do inside the mob. So one invader with strife deals damage to other invaders, not to each invader. Okay, so we'll destroy this guy, I guess. And that gives us 1 fear. Okay, time passes. It's turn 2, so again I'm going to do bottom track, and then I'm going to do our G4 to gain energy. So we'll put a presence from bottom, gain energy equal to the card play, so we gain 3 energy. 3, then I'm going to gain regular energy. Now this card, let's put it in this land number 6, I think. We need an answer for this. Okay. Let's play these 3 cards. Oh yeah, we have over enthusiastic arson to deal with this land, kind of, I guess. Okay. Pay for it. Oh, I do need to do push 1 Dahan from one of your lands. I'm going to push this Dahan into this. So because towns have 3 health with England level 5, with the England 5 rules, so we need 2 Dahan to clear that out completely. Okay, looks good. Fast power phase, so let's do arson. Destroy 1 town. I'm going to do it in this land, so let's destroy that. So that is dealt with for the ravage. But then we'd have to discard the top card of the minor power deck. And let us hope that it doesn't have fire. It doesn't. Okay. If it had fire, I would have had to add a blight and get a fear and do 2 more damage. Both these are in the slow. I do hit the left innate, so that one I'm going to choose to do in our land number 6 to maybe solve that. It's actually still going to build because it's next to 2 towns or cities. I wonder if we do it in land number 8 instead. Yeah, I wonder if we do it in that land. Let's do it in land number 8. Discard, okay. Because even if we deal with this, even if we push it out or something, it's still going to build. So what is the use of pushing it out then? Yeah, let's target land number 8. Target land any. After the next time invaders are destroyed and target land, add a beast, then 1 damage per beast. I don't think that does anything. Actually, I'm not sure how this interacts with tricksters. Let's see what happens. Because invaders aren't destroyed in that land. So I'm just going to choose to not do anything rather than try to misplay a rule. I'll look it up later on. Now, do we want to forget that do we want to forget a power card to gain that card? I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't have a moon, it doesn't have an air. Yeah, I don't want that card. Okay, that's all the fast powers. So let's go to the invader phase. It's not blighted. Let's see the event. Okay, the Han trade with the invaders. I do not like the top part which says the Han do not participate in Ravage. No, I don't want to do that. Second one says 2 energy per player aided by fire. Each spirit with the Han in their lands destroys one of them and generates 1 fear. I don't like that either. And the bottom is I don't know which one we are supposed to do. 6 energy per player aided by air. So we have 2 air. We need 6 air though. You know what? I'm probably, as it really sucks, but I'm gonna have to do the top part for it, I think. I really don't want to destroy the Han. Okay, the Han do not participate in Ravage this turn. Okay. Outbreak shift on each board. Push 1 disease to the adjacent land with the most invaders. So I'll push this disease over here. Don't have a fear card. Okay, Ravage in the Sands. The Han are not participating in the Ravage. So we lose the Strife here. Nothing happens here. And build in the mountains. So this goes away. We build a town there. Okay, and let's see what the next explore is. Jungles. Okay. Okay, slow power phase. So terror turns to madness. It's terror level 1. So we get 3 fear. So now we won't suffer from that England level 6. We don't have to double build with high immigration. And unexpected tigers. So 1 fear if invaders are present. If you can gather a beast, do so, then push an explorer. Otherwise, add a beast. Okay, I'm gonna get 1 fear. And I am just going to add this beast over here. Because I cannot gather this beast. Okay. Don't have an answer for land number 1, so we'll see how to deal with that. Time passes. So we pay an energy, reclaim, and add a presence. I think we are at 3 card plays, so that's pretty good. I definitely want to run this combo. Question is, do we just play Arson here? Get a little greedy and take a presence from top. Yes, I think that is the play. Where do we want to add this presence? We can also move a presence, I believe, from our reclaim. Yep. So let me gain energy. Let's see where we want to put this presence. Our sands are going to build again. Ravage in the mountains. I wish there was a way to push this Tahan in there. Let me actually put that presence in that mountain. I'm just kind of spreading out across the board. The reason I want to actually go in that mountain is because I want to add a strife in the fast. Strife that city. This one we'll deal with arson. Over enthusiastic arson. And we do not want to move a presence. I think that's fine. Okay. All right. So let's do arson. Destroy a town. Choosing this land, let's destroy this town. And then we flip a card. The minor deck doesn't have fire. That's a really good card for us though. It sucks that we have to discard that. Okay. So we dodged the fire again. So I'm getting a little lucky here. This is a combo in the slow. Okay, let's do our right innate. Why don't you and them fight? So add a strife. We'll add a strife to the city right here, just to stop that blight from happening. And then we have our left innate, which we can... I'm actually going to choose to do it in... I could actually stop a build in 7 if I... Yeah, I'm going to choose to do it in land number 7. Target land. So we can ignore restrictions. So if explorers are present, push all. So great, we can push this. Question is, do I push it here? If I push it here, I'm going to do my combo there. So city will destroy a town basically. So I'm going to push it to 5. And we dodged a build here. Okay. Do we want that card though? That'll give us an energy. So far I kind of like all the cards we have. Maybe Unexpected Tigers. I don't want that. Kind of want to reach that 2 energy per turn. Energy cost for this combo is 2. Jungles are going to build. This land will be dealt with. Oh, I didn't push a Dahan. I meant to push a Dahan. Push one Dahan from one of your lands. So I kind of wanted to push this Dahan here. I didn't do that earlier. Yes. Because I want to defend this land next turn. So I want the Dahan position there. Okay. Yeah, question is, do we want to forget Unexpected Tigers? I think it still has some value for us. This is a blight removal if you look at it that way, from mountains or jungles. I mean, if anything, it gives us an energy. Fire. Is our fire innate any good into England? It's 2 damage, otherwise you may gather a beast. Sun or fire? I'm tempted to just gain it for the energy. So let us gain it. Forget. Where is it? You may forget a power card. Okay. Let's forget Unexpected Tigers. Gain an energy. Okay. And that is all we have in the fast. Let's go to the invader phase. Okay, so each sacred site pushes 1 explorer or town to an adjacent land. Or we can do the bottom, which says 3 energy per player, where you do damage aided by fire. So in lands with sacred site and invaders. So I'm just going to do the bottom part, guard them yourselves for well or ill. But since we have no sacred sites, we don't have to do anything. Okay, Beast Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So 2 fear. Okay, I'll take it. And then the bottom says each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands gains a minor power Do we get that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Barely, yep. So we get a minor power. That's pretty good. More strife add. On element, for each Dahan, 1 damage to town or city, or it's a Dahan gather. Guardian Serpents, add a beast in one of target spirit's lands. If target spirit has a secret site in that land, defend 4. And then Enticing Splendor. Target land cannot have blight. Gather an explorer or town, or gather up to 2 Dahan. I think I like that. It has the air. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, let's look at the Fear card. Terror level 1. Defends lands with presence have defend 2. Sure. So we just are concerned with the mountains for now. Okay, build in the sands. We don't do England 6 double build because we resolved the Fear card. Build a city here. We do not build here because it's not next to towns. I mean, it's not next to 2 towns or cities. Ravage in the mountains. So strife goes away. Explorer dies. Build in the jungles. So we build a town and we build a city. Okay. And it's a level 2 invader card. So that means we need to do a stage 2 escalation. On each board with towns or cities, build in the land with the most towns or cities. Okay, so this makes it a little interesting now that jungles explode. Okay, so this has 2, this has 2, this has 2. Just going to build over here because this land already has a blight, so I don't want to put too much pressure on land number 4. So we'll make 2 our England escalation land for now. Okay, so let's impersonate authority. Let's add a strife to this city. Inside the mob there, so 1 invader with strife deals damage to other invaders. 1 fear per invader this power destroys. So this city is doing 3 damage and we are going to destroy this town with it. Actually, I wonder if I need to destroy the town. Maybe I do. I could play over enthusiastic arson next turn to destroy this, or to destroy this. Get 2 fear here. Yeah, we'll just destroy the town. That's fine. And that gives us 1 more fear from inside the mob. Okay, time passes. Turn 4. What do we want to do? I'm going to push this Dahan from here to here. I don't like my Dahan movement a lot right now. I mean my Dahan positioning a lot right now. That's okay though. But thing is, playing these 3 cards doesn't give us anything. It'll be a downturn, so we probably do need to reclaim. Could go up to 2 energy with that presence though. That makes sense. Definitely going to add a presence from top here. Question is, do we reclaim or should we gain a power card? I think our reclaim is too strong. So we lose an energy and reclaim. Then we gain energy. I'm going to put this presence. Jungles are ravaging. Okay. Now actually going to move this presence from the reclaim. And the reason for that, I think, is some event or some fear card can give us can allow us to get defend based on lands with Dahan and presence. So that's what I'm counting on. And this presence can go I guess we just throw it here. Or do we want to make a sacred site? Let's decide that. Let's jungles are going to double build again, so might as well just run the same combo again and again and again. I kind of want to break this combo and go to 4 card plays, but it's hard. I mean, I could do it. I'll just gain 2 energy and then we will go from there. 3. Actually, can I hit the 3? Gather and explorer town. Out. Could just arson again. Sure, let's do that. Thing is, I'll be at 2, I'll be at 0, but I'll get an energy from here, I'll reclaim. But this itself costs 2. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to... I don't know if supposed to is the right word, because there's so many decisions and choices in this game that the same game can go completely different ways based on the decisions you make. So I don't think there's like one right answer. Unless it's really obvious, but in most cases, the answer is more fluid. And you can find multiple paths to victory. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that presence. I'm actually going to throw it in 3 because I want to maintain that presence in that land. So mountains are going to build, jungles are going to ravage, and then jungles are going to build. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Let's pay for this. Okay, let's use arson. Destroy a town. Going to destroy this guy. Let's flip a card. Let's hope it doesn't have fire. And it has fire. Okay, well, our luck was going to run out at some point. So if it provides fire, 1 fear, 2 damage, destroys both of these guys, and add a blight. Destroys our presence. That is okay, I think. And then I'm going to use our right innate, add a strife, range 0. Now that I'm actually going to do here so we do not blight out. And add a strife to one of these explorers. Now we could pay an energy and add a strife to an adjacent land. Right? Pay 1 energy to add a strife within range 1. But since there are no towns or cities in these 3 lands, in this land, or this land, I am going to choose not to do it. I could do it to this guy, but I mean, doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do let's see what happens. So maybe I should have done let's see what happens first. I think it's fine. Okay, let's do it in land number 1 just to see. Yeah, let's do it in land number 1. Actually, if I do it in land number 8 and I end up doing some... Yeah, I'm going to do it in land number 8. Let's see what happens. Target land. You may pay 1 energy to make this power fast. 2 fear and 1 damage. Use its text effect on target land immediately, ignoring all normal range and targeting instructions. Okay. So 2 fear and 1 damage. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Do we want to keep this card? I mean, Song of Sanctity isn't doing anything for us, so this is kind of on element. So I'm deciding to keep it. And we will forget Song of Sanctity. Gives us an energy from our left innate. Okay. Fast power phase. Okay, that's not blighted yet. That was the fast power phase. Invader phase. Let's see the event for the rest of this turn. That really sucks. Okay. It still works out. Kind of. For the rest of this turn, ignore strife on each invader. Okay, destroy 2 explorers among land with beasts. Okay, this guy goes away. When invaders ravage, if the land is Dahan, defend 2. So we really want a fear card to bail us out because it's doing 4 damage and we only have defend 2. Okay, terror level 1. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan in each 1 damage. Yep, that does it. Each player removes 1 explorer from an inland land. That would have helped us too, so I'm going to remove this guy. Build in the mountains. Build a town here. This one will build too because it's next to 2 towns or cities. Then let's ravage in the jungle so nothing happens here. Dahan do 4 damage. Oops. Oh man. They're really fighting over there. But yeah, it's 3 damage, defend 2, Dahan do 4 damage. That destroys the city. And then build in the jungle. So this land will build because it's next to 2 towns or cities. And this land we dodge the build because it's only next to 1, not 2. Okay. Let's explore in the wetlands. Okay, that was going to happen at some point. We actually need to escalate, which says build in the land with the most towns or cities. So that would be this wetland itself. So add another city there. So we're getting close to that 7 town limit, but I'll start dealing with it soon. So let's impersonate authority there. Let's add a strife to a city. And then inside the mob. So this city does 3 damage. Destroys this town. That gives us 1 more fear. That fear is with inside the mob, yeah. That is it. Time passes. Okay, turn 5 of the game. I think our reclaim loop is too strong at this point, but I still kind of want to reach the 4 card plays. Although this any element looks really strong too. Okay, let's lose an energy. Reclaim. I'm not sure where to place presence from. What I do know is I want to keep repeating this combo. It's really, really efficient for us. What if I play this instead? It's terror level 2, which we are pretty close to. We can get 2 fear or art a strife. Also 0 element, 0 range, sorry. I want to push a Dahan out. I'm going to push from the reclaim. I'm actually going to move this presence here. I get to add another presence too. I haven't added it yet. from our growth, but I am going to okay, let's see. We go to 4, or should we try to go for the top track here? I think going to 4 card plays can be pretty efficient, so let's do that. Let's place a presence from bottom. I'm going to put it in land number 2, and then push. I'm actually going to push a Dahan from 4 into 3 instead of from 2 into 3, because next turn I can push this back into 2, something like that. We don't have a fear though. That is going to hurt us. Could play Enticing Splendor too. Gather 1 explorer or town. Gather up to 2 Dahan. Okay, the Enticing Splendor. I mean, I could play Arson there to deal with it, but the problem with Arson is that the problem with Arson is that we could end up blighting, so that's fine. Let's save Arson for next turn. Yeah, there's no other way for us to get fear, right? I mean, Arson would give us a fear. Then we don't need to double build. And even if we double build, this land won't build. We do need some kind of defend in that land, don't we? Because yeah, then we don't need to risk Arson because it would blight Cascade. That would be nasty. Let's just go with this. That is fine. Fast power phase. Everything is slow. You're doing the right innate. So I'm adding a strife. Adding a strife here. Then do I need to push this Dahan? Because it's going to build a city over here. This Dahan is not going to survive. Not going to push this Dahan here. Instead I'm going to push this Dahan here. And now that we added a strife with our right innate, I'm going to do our left innate, which says, our left special rule, which I haven't been doing. So after one of a real flair for discard. So when we add a strife in a land, we may pay 1 energy to add strife within range 1. So I'm going to pay an energy to strife this other city over here. Okay, that is fine. I think we are taking a blight cascade there. That is unfortunate. I mean, should I have placed a presence there then? Does that make sense? Because I can always move a presence. I didn't technically push that presence anywhere, so I'll just let it be. If it dies, it dies. And then we'll do over enthusiast. I mean, let's see what happens anyways in land number 3. Target land any, gathers 1. Target spirit gathers 1 Dahan into one of their lands. We will discard another one because that's targeting a spirit. We need one that targets a land. So we will draw another one. There we go. Target land. So 2 fear. That saved us. And defend 3. That really saved us. Oh man. Do we want this? Such a clutch card. 2 fear. It is the moon. It gives us an energy if I forget this. Drywood. I don't want to forget Enticing Splendor. I don't want to forget Arson. I'll just forget dry wood, that's fine. That gives us 1 energy. I will take dark entangled woods into our hand. See, what is strong innate, what is crazy spirit, like you can do all sorts of fun things that are not possible with other spirits in the game. Okay, so let's do invader phase now, so it's not blighted island. Let's look at the event. Okay, I definitely don't want to do the bottom. It really sucks, like adding a presence to their track. I guess pays 3 energy, forgets 2 power cards, or returns 1 presence to their track. Okay, I guess that can be valuable. We could pay 3 energy. Actually, we can't. And maybe we don't want to either. Okay, let's see what top does. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card. Then if the blight card has not flipped, keep removing blight until it flips. Gain 3 energy per blight removed, divided as evenly as possible. Okay. So it would give us 3 energy, but the blight card would flip. Versus we would have to forget 2 power cards. So we could forget Dark Entangled and Enticing Splendor. But it sucks because we are just getting to that 4 card place. I see value in both these cards. Maybe not that much value, so let's forget 2 power cards. We don't want to pay the 3 energy, and I don't want to go blighted. So let's forget 2 power card. We are doing the pour your strength into the island. And then add 1 blight per spirit to the blight card. Okay, add 1 here. We forget 2 power cards, so we'll forget this guy, and we'll forget Enticing Splendor. Yes, that's fine. Okay. What else? 1 fear per board with disease. We don't have any disease. 2 damage to the Han in a land, but again there's no disease. And then when invaders ravage, if the land is the Han, defend 2. That doesn't do anything. I mean, this is defend 2, that doesn't matter. Fear card, terror level 2. Each player may downgrade 1. Each player may downgrade 1 town in a coastal land. Okay, if I downgrade this guy, for where do we want to downgrade? That's a good effect. Downgrade 1 town in a coastal land. Maybe we just downgrade this so that it doesn't build a city there, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna let that be. Let it build a city. That is fine. I'm going to downgrade this guy to an explorer. Okay, let's build in the jungle. So this land doesn't build. This land builds a city. It's defended 3, so we won't blight cascade over here. Let's ravage in the jungles. We did resolve a fear card, so again we don't have to do England 6. Yeah, ravage in the jungle, so that goes away. Nothing else happens here. Build in the wetland, so this builds a town, and this builds a town too. Explore is coast. Okay. Starting to get tricky now. Ravage in the wetlands. I can arson this next turn. Question is, how do we deal with that? Let's see. Okay, so it is, let's do this first. Impersonate authority. Let's add a strife. What do I add a strife to though? Could add a strife to this town. Right? Could incite the mob. I could say this invader with strife deals damage to every other invader. I could destroy these 3 guys. That's 3 fear. Sure. It's 1, 2, 3. And then we do terror turns to madness for either 2 fear or add a strife. Oh, and by the way, when we add strife with impersonate authority, I'm going to choose to pay an energy to add another strife within range 1. That strife we will add to this city. Okay. And then with terror turns to madness, I can either get 2 more fear or I can add a strife. I'm gonna use it to get 2 more fear just so that I earn a fear card. That strife is really good too, but that's fine. Okay, let's time passes here. And now we can pay an energy, reclaim. We should have this nice setup over here. I'm going to gain energy. The way I can do that is I reclaim and add a presence from the bottom track. Then I gain energy, pay for these cards, and then I have to place this presence. I'm just going to put it in 2. I'm going to push this Dahan here. Question is, okay, that's fine. Problem is we'll have to gain a card for us to reclaim next turn, which sucks. I'll have to forget one of these cards. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. So let's do over enthusiastic arson. So destroy a town. Just gonna choose to do it here. Destroy this. Then we discard the top card of the minor deck. Let's hope it's not a fire. It's not. That is a good card though. Okay. We do the right innate to add a strife, 0 range. Just gonna add it to this town here. It's going to double build in this coast. That is not fun. That's okay. Thing else is slow, but we have our left innate, so let's see what happens. Question is, which land do we target? If I target this land, there is a small chance that it could blight. We can take the blight to scale on land number 1. Just 6, 4, 5, 6. Although if we get a damage here, that would be really nice in clearing this land. Okay, you know what? I'm going to target land number 2, but let's see what happens. No, that's a redraw. It has to target a land. Target land, 1 fear. Defend 5. Okay, I mean that didn't do anything really. 1 fear is fine. 3 moon. I wonder if you can threshold it. I don't think you can. Actually, I am going to keep that card. You may forget a power card to gain the just used power card 2 hand and 1 energy. I'm going to forget Arson. I think Arson has helped us a lot, but its job is done. The defend 5 is really going to help us moving forward, and we have the 3 air for our strife. Perfect. Okay, so all fast power is done. Let's move on to the invader phase. So not blighted yet. Event: add a town, add a city to a coastal land with cities. I'm actually looking at the bottom part of it, and that makes a lot of difference. I don't want to do the 3 damage to the Han there. From a land with the Han. I really should have found a way to bring these the Han closer. Okay. So add a city to a coastal land with cities. Let's just do it here, I guess. Then add a disease to the coastal land with the most towns or cities, minimum 1. I'm gonna do it there. In that land, 3 damage to the Han, so there's no the Han there, so that works out. I could do it here. That would stop 1 build, but it would still double build. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, and then the bottom, each spirit may push one of their presence from a land with the Han. 2 damage in the land, push 2. The 2 damage doesn't really do anything, that is the problem. I mean 3, 4, 5. I could push a presence here. Each spirit may push one of their presence from a land with the Han. One of their presence from a land with the Han. 2 damage in the land. 2 damage in the land, push 2. Okay, so let's do 2 damage here. So that is 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2 damage. Okay. Okay, that took a while. Let's look at the fear card. Terror level 2. Each player adds a strife to a town or adds 1 strife in a land with blight. Perfect. It's a strife to a town. It works out. Each player adds a strife to a town or adds strife in a land with blight. Could add it here, but then I would have to pay an energy, but I don't want to pay because I want to reclaim loop. Okay. Build in the jungles. This land doesn't build. We build a town over here. This land is going to be a problem, but I think we can deal with it. Ravage in the wetlands, so nothing happens here. So we are doing 6 damage, so that is 3. No, sorry, 4. So that is 4. 5, 6. And we lose the strife. That sucks because it almost cleared it out, but then didn't. That's okay. Then build in the wetlands. So we will build a town here, I guess. I mean, city here. We will build a town here. The disease will go there. Okay. Yeah. Explore is the sands with an escalation. This doesn't explore because it's not next to town or city or coastal. With an escalation. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's becoming a problem now. Okay. Let's impersonate authority to add a strife. Add a strife to I'm actually going to add a strife here. That might be a little surprising, but yeah, I'm going to add a strife here. I'm going to incite the mob there. So invader with strife deals damage to other invaders. So this has already taken 2 damage, so this is doing 3. So 1, 2, and 3 destroys these guys. Gives us 2 more fear with incite, and then we are going to use terror turns to madness to add a strife this time. We don't want the fear. This is going to be a bad ravage for us. Where do we want to add that strife is the question. I do have this guy, which is a defend 5, which I could do here. So in that case, this is doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let me add a strife to this town here. I mean to this city here. Tricky. That's fine. Time passes, pay an energy, reclaim. Gain energy. Oh wow, we get that beast damage too. Maybe that will have some value now. We'll find out. We're not that close to terror level 3. Even at terror level 3 we don't have answers. Let's see. Presence I am going to take from Is that air important? I guess we'll go top here. And that any element we can make it a fire. I don't see the value of adding this anywhere. Just going to throw it there. pay for these cards. I'm going to use the right innate to add a strife. Target land has beast 2 damage. Add a strife. Let's keep it like that. Target land has beast, do 2 damage. Maybe we do like 1, 2. And maybe the fear card will help us here. Who knows? Then we'll do domesticated animals for 1 fear and defend 5. And we get to add a beast. Maybe I do the damage here because I am defending 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually going to build. Yeah, you know what? I am going to add a strife here instead. Remove that 1 strife. The 4. Yeah, this land is a problem. We can take the cascade, that's fine. Target land has beast 2 damage. So 2 damage I'm going to do 1, let's say 1, 2 damage like that. Then I could trade with the Dahan. Oh, I see. We'll do 1, 2 damage, then 1 invader and 1 Dahan deal damage to each other. So this strife goes away and the Dahan does 2 damage, so 3, 4. That dies. Okay. Okay. Still need an answer for this, but that's better. Okay. Fast power phase. I guess that was the fast. And we do the let's see what happens in this jungle right here. Target land. Targets a land. Oh, we can ignore all targeting restrictions, it says. Ignoring normal range and targeting restrictions. So we ignore, it doesn't have to have Dahan. So we get to remove a blight or push 3 Dahan. Sure, we'll remove a blight. That is, actually, do we get that card? Because we do not have the energy to reclaim this turn. Man, this is such a good card though. I think we are just supposed to forget Terror Turns to Madness here. It helped us a lot, but I need an energy for our reclaim. Okay, now we are set to... that means... yeah, I'll have to start taking an air element there. Okay. See a plan. Invade a phase, not blighted. Okay, it's aided by moon. 1 fear per player, or it can do the top. 1 fear per player. Aided by moon, we have 2 moon. And we forgot a card with moon. That sucks. Could have forgotten that. Oh man. Don't think I'm gonna forget either of these cards. That I could forget it, or let's see. We just forget domesticated. It's fine. I think let's just do the top part. For each board, discard the top minor power. It is fast. Add a blight to a land with towns or cities. Sure, I'm gonna add that blight to this mountain right here, destroying my presence. After resolving this card, okay, that is fine. What else? On half the boards, add a disease to land with both the Han and invaders. 2 damage to the Han there. Add 1 disease to a land with both the Han and invaders. Do it here. 2 damage to the Han. Okay. Each spirit with at least 2 the Han among all its lands gains 1 energy. Okay, terror level 2 moves an explorer or town from a land with presence. Okay. Remove this guy. Or should we let this blight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is different 5. 5, 6, 7. Actually, I'll just gonna remove this guy here. Down from a land with presence. Because I want to kind of fully clear that land efficiently. Then we could still get an answer for this land. You know what? I'm going to remove it from here instead. No. Remove it from there. Terror level 2. Gather up to 3 explorers or towns from a single land into a land with 2 or more invaders. Okay. Gather up to 3 explorers or towns from a single land into a land with 2 or more invaders. I think that saves us a blight cascade this turn. Land with 2 or more invaders, so we could just gather both these guys here. Take a blight cascade there next turn. Okay, that saves us. Alright, build in the wetlands. So we build and build. I guess we are taking a blight here. And what happens next? Ravage in the coast. So nothing, 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 nothing. Does 6 damage, so that is 4, 5, 6. Build in the sand, so this is 1, 2. That's a lot of towns. This land doesn't build. Explore in jungles and wetlands. Okay. Let's add a strife to to a city. Let's impersonate authority to destroy a town. Gives us one more fear. We're not that close to removing all the cities. We will pay an energy to add another strife. Add a strife here. Okay, ravage in the sands. Okay. And yeah, I think that is it. Time passes. Pretty close to the terror level 3, but we still need to remove the cities, which I don't think is possible. Well, I guess we have enough turns. And we can kind of fear bomb. Okay. Let's pay that energy to reclaim these 4 cards. Technically cannot play call to 10, so we'll play these 3 cards. We will gain an air for this turn. And we will place a presence from top, gaining that fire. And I'm going to place this presence in the sands to keep our presence there. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we forget arson? We did forget arson earlier. But we have a defend 4. Let's push a Dahan like this. We have a defend 5. So that should help. Okay. And let us go to the fast power phase. So this is 1 fear. Defend 5, so we stop the blight there. No, that is slow. We do a right innate, add a strife, jungles and wetlands. Where do we want to add the strife? Let's see. 1 invader and 1 Dahan deal damage to each other. If target land has beast, 2 damage. Oh, we defended 5 and then we also get to add a beast. Okay. Let us do that. In that case, I am going to add a strife here. And then if target land has beast, 2 damage. 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then 1 invader and 1 Dahan deal damage to each other. 1 invader and 1 Dahan deal damage to each other. So the strife goes. Dahan destroys that. And what else? Then we have the left innate. Let's see what happens. Let's target this land with the beast, this jungle right here. I think I'm supposed to take a blight here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take a blight here. I don't know why. Might have missed it. In that case, I'll place a presence there. I think I might have skipped that. Targeting this jungle. 1 fear, defend 3. If beasts are present, 2 more fear. Great. Oh, we definitely want that. Forget call to tend. Gain an energy. And let's see. So that is 3 fear. Okay, invader phase. It's not blighted. Let's look at the event. Explore in the lands with the fewest total invaders or the Han. I think that is land number 7, so we explore there. Okay, add a disease to land with 3 or more invaders. Going to add it. Not that disease. Add a disease to land with 3 or more invaders. Push up to 3 the Han from a land matching a Ravage card to a land. Push up to 3 the Han from a land matching a Ravage card to a land not matching a Ravage card. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Terror level 3, first fear card. Each player chooses a different land to isolate. Also defend 4 in those lands. Doesn't do anything for us. It's already defended 5. I guess we'll isolate this. The sands, sure. Defend 9 in all coastal lands. Skip all build actions in coastal lands. Okay, could use that. Skip all build actions in coastal lands. Hey, all coastal lands are going to double build, kind of. Okay. So build in the coastal land, so that is skipped with this. Skip all build actions in coastal land. Ravage in the sands, so nothing happens here. I'm going to do the Han does 1-2 damage like that. These guys go away. Okay, build in jungles and wetlands. These 2 lands are skipped because of this coastal defend. Skip all build actions in coastal lands. Okay. Jungles and wetlands. This land does build. Spire builds a city. Pretty close to fearing out. Let's see how it goes. Sands and mountains. So it's isolated. Impersonate authority. Let's add a strife. Jungles and wetlands. Let's add a strife to this. Now I could add it here and destroy this town, but there's just too many towns to deal with. So I'm gonna add a strife here. I guess this is easier. Let's add a strife to this city. Destroys this town with inside the mob. That's one more fear. Build and then jungles and sands. Okay. To pay an energy. Reclaim all. Place a presence from top track. Play these 4 cards. Gain energy. Pay for them. Let's make this a sacred site. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do domestic. Oh, and I reclaimed so I can move a presence. So I'm actually going to do it like this. I'm going to move this presence here. And then this presence I'm going to throw in R8. Don't know if that makes sense. Sure. Strive, defend jungles and wetlands. These two I need to defend. Let's see. I don't think I got the fear for that. And to add a beast here and defend 5. Can just let it strife. I think that is fine. This is 3 fear, defend 3. Defend 3. It has to be a land with beasts. That's what allowed me to take the defend 3. We'll do our right. Innate to add a strife. Range 0. I'm gonna add it here. That's fine. Actually, instead of moving this presence there, I am going to not move it. I'll just add it here. I'll just add this presence here. That's fine. And now I'll push this Dahan into this land. And the beast does 2 damage. So that's 1, 2. And then I do 1 invader and 1 Dahan deal damage to each other. So this strife goes away and the Dahan does 2 damage. Then do let's see what happens, which is our left innate. Going to do it in land number 8. Not this one. Gather an explorer or town. That doesn't help. Gather from here. Or do we want that card? Yes, we do. Going to forget domesticated here. Gain an energy. Invade a phase. We did our fast. Blighted Island. Nope. Event. Aided by Beast. Invaders and Dahan have -1 health this turn. Let's do the top. Remove a beast, add a disease. On each board, remove a beast, add a disease. Let's remove a beast, add a disease here. We are doing the top here. Discard the top minor power. Let's hope it's not fast. It's slow. Okay. So we don't add a strife. And then invaders and Dahan have -1 health this turn. That is really important. And then on each board with 4 or more towns and cities and 4 or fewer Dahan, which is not us. So nothing happens. Terror level 3. Skip the next normal build. Okay. It doesn't do anything. In each land with 2 or more explorers, destroy 1 invader per 2 explorers. In each land with 2 or more explorers, destroy 1 invader per 2. Destroy 1 invader per 2 explorers. I do it here or should I do it here? Per 2 explorers. I'll destroy this guy. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to destroy this guy here instead, so I don't blight out. Okay, build in the sand, so nothing happens here. We do end up building here, unfortunately. Ravage in the jungles and wetlands, so let's do it here first. Defend 3, 4, so this is 3 plus 1, 4. Jungle, so we'll just do, so this is 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, we lose the Dahan, we lose the presence, we add a blight. Should have defended that. That's okay. I think I did use this. Yeah, didn't flip it. That's okay. Oh, invaders and Dahan have -1 health. Great, so this Dahan actually does destroy this town. Okay. Jungles and wetlands. I guess we do take a blight over here too. That is really unfortunate. So that flips the blight card. Invaders deal +2 damage. That is great. That doesn't affect us. We are about to fear them out, hopefully. Okay, build. So skip the next normal build. Okay. So we skip the next normal build. Explore is mountains and wetlands. Okay. Skip, flip, and then we do impersonate authority. I'm gonna do it over here. And then we'll do inside the mob. 1 invader with fear deals damage to other invaders. 1 fear per invader, this power destroyed. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually going to do it over here and destroy these 3 explorers. So that's 3 fear. 1, 2, 3. Time passes. Spend an energy, reclaim. Place a presence from bottom, gain energy. We can play all these 4. Pay for them. Doesn't matter where I throw this. We just need to use Haunted for 1 fear. Defend 2 over here. And then it says if beasts are present, +2 fear. That is GG. Okay, so that was a little tiring, but we did manage to get the win in the end. But yeah, it was fun. Trickster, like Strife is a really strong token compared to like some other token. I guess all of them are situational, but Strife is really strong into adversaries where like you don't draft a lot of defense, or you just need a way to find an answer, and Trickster is all about adding that strife. In this matchup, we kind of got stuck in this reclaim loop with impersonate authority and inside the mob. I think Haunted Primal Memories was a really strong pickup that gave us a lot of fear. Early on, we had a good draft, a really good draft with this card. Domesticated Animals was really strong for us. Let's see what other good cards we drew. Terror Turns to Madness was a really good pickup for us, and Enticing Splendor we did draft it, but we didn't use it at all. Trying to see. Yeah, basically these three drafts really came in handy. This one and this one. So Domesticated Animals was really strong. Haunted by Primal Memories really strong on element. 3 consistent fear from mid game onwards, and then Terror Turns to Madness again on element consistent fear. This Domesticated was really fun because we could add the beast and then we could combo that beast with our right innate. Why don't you and them fight? So we would hit all 4 tiers, and then we would use the beast to do 2 damage in that land, and then we would have the Strifed Invader and Dahan fight, and basically the Dahan would take the city out. So that was a nice combo. But yeah, that was the game. Really fun game with Trickster. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. We got 6 blight in this one. Okay.